Hi everybody, so today I'd like to saute some spinach. It's an extremely simple and easy side dish to cook up, and it goes great with grilled fish or next to pretty much anything else. The version I'm making doesn't really employ cream, so it's not that heavy steakhouse creamed spinach that you may have had. Rather, this is kind of an umami, garlicky, citrusy flavor, which is just really incredible, and it takes really just a few simple ingredients. Also, it's really quick to make. All in all, this can take you about 10 minutes. So first, let's start with some prep. Now, I love garlic, and sauteed spinach is the perfect place to showcase this. The first thing that we're gonna do is chop some garlic. Now, if you wanna use shallots instead of garlic, that's actually closer to the original recipe, but today I really felt like garlic. So I'm using several cloves of garlic. In fact, it actually turned out to be a whole bulb. But if you're less of a garlic fan, then you can either omit this or, use less. Just go ahead and peel and chop the garlic, and really just a rough chop here works well. Put it all into a bowl because we're gonna need it a little bit later. The other thing that we're gonna need to prep is some lemon juice. So go ahead and just cut a lemon in half and just save the juice. Put this off to the side, and we'll kind of need that at the very end. So we can actually start with cooking our sauteed spinach. So the first thing that we're gonna do is heat up our pan, and we're gonna do this over a medium to low heat. We really don't want to burn anything here. Once the pan starts to get hot, go ahead and add in a few glugs of olive oil. Again, we want to really make sure the heat here isn't too high. If you're seeing things steam or anything like that, then really you're way too hot. But once everything does start to heat up, go ahead and add in our chopped garlic. And we're gonna let this cook over kind of a slow, low heat for a while. When we cook garlic over lower heat, it doesn't really quote unquote fry, but it allows for an environment where the oil can kind of pick up the garlicky flavors, which will coat the spinach later. Really, the oil's what's coating the spinach mostly. And this will really give a far more uniform garlic flavor to our sauteed spinach. Rather than if we had it at a high heat, we might end up with crunchy, bitter pieces of brown garlic in it. And that's not really what we're going for here. So after we've had our garlic cook in the oil for about a minute or two, it's time to add in the star of our show, which is our spinach. Now, I'm using baby spinach here because it was easy and I had it around, but really any form of spinach that you have will work. If you're using larger pieces, it doesn't really hurt if you kind of chop this up a little bit beforehand, kind of into the same size as this baby spinach here. Also, really washing your spinach is an absolute must. Now, the spinach that I'm using here was thoroughly pre-washed, so it didn't really put too much effort into it, but if that's not the case and you kind of got this just from the store off the grocery shelf, really just make sure that you don't have any dirt on the spinach. We're just gonna add the spinach into the pan, trying to coat it in oil. Now, it's gonna be hard at first because the spinach really doesn't want to move around and it's gonna kind of be annoying, but you don't have to worry about it too much at the beginning. As the garlic cooks, it will start to shrink, and this will make it a little bit easier to kind of stir around. If this is your first time cooking spinach yourself, you'd be amazed at how much it actually shrinks. So now would be a really good time to add in some salt. I'm adding in a few pinches here, erring on the side of less salt than more. We can always add more salt later, but it's not easy to go the other way. So just go ahead and cover the spinach and let this cook for approximately 4 minutes, at which point we'll come back. It should kind of look like this, and this indicates that we're nearly done. So all we have left to do is really just add in our final ingredients. Now, an optional but extremely tasty step is to add in some Parmesan cheese. If you have the ability, adding in some real Parmigiano Reggiano cheese that you can grate in will really take this to the next level. If not, you can just also omit the Parmesan cheese and it'll still taste good. But adding this in will give you a nice umami flavor that the spinach really could use. Now, if you're going for a vegan version of this, adding in some nutritional yeast may give you a similar flavor profile and could end up tasting really good as well. At this point, we want to go ahead and add in some black pepper, our lemon juice, and kind of really just taste for salt. We're gonna make sure that everything is kind of mixed up, and that's it. We've made some sauteed spinach. Now, if you've ever had just a bag of spinach in your fridge and you really need to use it, this is a perfect way to do that. Or if you just need that side dish for some amazing entree, this is the thing to make. It's also super cheap, and it will surely impress. Thanks for watching this video, and if this is your first time here, consider subscribing, or even just watching another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.